Hey guys, Jay here and welcome to another cosplay tutorial. So almost a year ago I made Peach's crown from the Super Mario Bros. Franchise. And today I'm going to be making Rosalina's crown from Super Mario Galaxy and anything else that she's in. Now you're probably going to notice they look near identical, and that's because they pretty much are. There's not really too many differences. I did make it a little bit taller. It's harder to tell kind of, but I've made it a little bit taller. And I added a different design into it because Peach has a different design than Rosalina. So I just changed that up in the pattern and added that instead. So if you'd like to make Rosalina's crown for yourself, there'll be a pattern that you can get to down in the description. So let's get started. Since this is pretty much just Peach's crown, but slightly altered, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So here's my Peach crown template, and all I have to do is add some length to the bottom. I traced the new template onto some 10mm EVA craft foam, but don't worry about the little circles. They aren't needed. Then I cut it out. I cut at a 90-degree angle for the bottom and the two sides, but I did 45-degree angles on the points. This was just a creative choice. The Peach crown was all 90-degree cuts, so I just wanted to see how it looked. Either way is totally fine. After it was all cut out, I used the heat gun on both sides and rounded it into the shape that it needed to be. Once it was heat formed, I put 2 layers of contact cement on the two sides that will join to make the full crown shape. I used 2 layers of glue because the first layer soaks into the foam and doesn't have a good enough bond. You can also use the heat gun on low to help speed up the first layer's dry time. And once the second layer is good to go, I connect the two ends together, aligning it on the bottom first, because if the top of the seam doesn't match up, I can always cut it down more to fit. Once the glue is all cured, the next step is to trace out the Starburst shape that's available in the template. For alignment, the left and right points should be about 3mm lower than the points where each spike connects to each other. Then with a really sharp X-Acto blade, I cut the design into the foam. I make sure to follow the inside of the Sharpie marks, because this will be the size of the template, which is what I want. Be super careful here. It's very easy to overcut these parts. I also cut in a line that connects each left and right point of each Starburst to each other. Now this is optional, but I used a Dremel with a cutting bit of some sort to open the lines a little more, but it didn't really do much. Maybe you'll have better luck. After that, I used a heat gun to really open up the cuts. Just be careful not to burn the foam. Use a low setting and only hold it in the area you want for about 5 seconds at a time. For paint, I coated it in black Plastidip, followed by gray primer, then silver spray paint. Nothing special. And then these metal things are what I'm using for the gems. They're the same things I used on Peach's crown. I pressed them into the foam where I want them to go, which leaves an imprint where I can cut out. I cut around the outer edge, as well as an angle cut on the inside of the circle that it made to cut out a groove where it can sit inside. Then I do that on all 4 sides of the crown. Now onto the gems. I paint the metal pieces with this amazing automotive primer, then paint 2 of them with a generic red and the other 2 with a light blue. I would advise using spray paint on these. Brush-on paints leave brush strokes, and that just doesn't look very good. Alternatively, you could use DIY ornament halves and spray paint the inside of them so that the outside is the shiny plastic. I only have this one single half, so I couldn't do that. Then I glue the metal pieces into the grooves that I cut into the crown with normal super glue. Then the last step is to cover the whole thing in a satin clear coat. Alright, so that was the tutorial for the Rosalina crown from the Super Mario Bros. Franchise. Again, this is just basically Peach's crown, just altered a little bit. I actually like Rosalina's better, I just hadn't made it at the time. Also, this is actually a commission for somebody that got a hold of me on my website, which you can get to down in the description. I had never talked about it before, but I guess I might as well since I'm here. Yeah, I do commissions and they're not just for my friends. So the commissions I've done in the past were all for my friend Hardy. They were the shields from the Rising of the Shield Hero. But I actually do commissions like as a business type thing where you pay me and I make a prop for you. So that's a thing I do. I've never actually talked about it, I don't think. So yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know that. If you want to go down to my website, you can, there's a contact form on the very last page, so it'll be on the far right side of the menu bar, and it even says contact me and commissions or something like that. And there's a contact form, and you can put a subject in there for whatever you're wanting commissioned, and then you can even send links in the message section. So if you want to put like, I need this, and this, I need it by this date, I have this budget or whatever, here's a link to some references. You can do that and it won't block links like some sites do. So if there's anyone out there who wants commissions, I'll see what I can do. Obviously, I can't do everything, but I'll try to do something. But the best way to do that is get a hold of me on my website. It'll go straight to my email, which goes straight to my phone. Anyway, with that out of the way, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.
Bring fire.